Hello, hello. Good morning, good morning. How are we? Yes, okay. Just making sure you could hear me. And who do we have? We've got Dharma on already. Good morning, Dharma. Up early getting work done, working on the audiobook for chapter 11 of 49. Almost a quarter of the way there. So close. So close. Excellent, excellent. So I am have to finish that short story. Excuse me, how rude. I did not get the short story done this weekend as I had intended. I did finish one book and almost another one. Well, two books technically. So I finished one on Friday and then finished the other one yesterday. That I started on Friday and now finishing this one. So I can start this one for book club. Book club is Friday. This is what I will be reading on my reading sprints tonight. So as I hit myself in the face, can you tell it's morning? So I got to get this one done. Very excited. I've not read it in many years, just like the first one. So I hope y'all are ready for Shirley Book Club on Friday. We have another signed copy by all of the authors in it for Last Night at the Jolly Chicken, and of course, all kinds of cool things. And we'll give it away to one person who attends on Friday night at 8 p.m. Central. So very excited. Of course, Kevin Petway will be there too. All right. So I think I am ready to concentrate today. We shall see. I did not work at all this weekend. It was all reading and housework and some friends and family stuff. That's all I did all weekend. It's an official weekend off. I don't remember the last time I had one of those. So I think it might have been nice to refuel, and I should be ready to get this story done because I need to get this story done and go back to book 4. All right. Let us do that. Start our first sprint. I'm going to start the timer now. And I will see y'all in 30. Well, look at that. Just like that, one sprint done. And I got in 300 words, like exactly actually. Started at 3151, I have 3451. So I got 300 words in. How did y'all do? There was lots of stuff going on in chat as I was working away. Let's see. Charles came in and said good morning because Christina is lost in YouTube. I understand that so well. So well. It will suck me up. I don't even look at shorts because I can't get off of them. So I don't, every time they put shorts up there, I'm like, show me less shorts. I don't want to see them. Alicia says, good morning. Just getting everything pulled up and getting breakfast. I'll be editing the story today. I have no idea where to start. I'm figuring out what to cut. Yeah, I get that. That's a whole nother skill, but that's where having other people read the work helps. So like I said in the chat, send it to us, right? So I'm currently at 9,200, but the goal is 7,000. Yeah, so send it to us and we can help you. Because putting, as we, type in the things that we think and we put our comments in it, our emails are in the chat in Discord. So go grab those, put them in a file somewhere so you have them, and send them our way. And then anyone who does have time to read it can go through it. Anyone who doesn't, by the way, it's okay, right? Right? We're just doing the best we can. But if you have time, Greg was eating breakfast, but will join in Sprint 2. Excellent, excellent. Charles Kelly, when is the book club chat for shore leave? Yeah, I put it, I'm so sorry, I don't have it up yet. I will do after this. That will be my priority. So I'll edit the book club video from last month so that can go up for anyone who needs to catch up, and then I will schedule the book 2. Blow out the candle when you leave. You know how many times I fought with him to shorten this title? Like a lot. Blow out the candle when you leave is book 2 that we're discussing this Friday at 8 p.m. Central. So, but I will put the schedule up after this. And then Christina did join us. Welcome, welcome. Good morning and happy first day of fall, Kelly, and all you beautiful time pirates. Christina, remember to hydrate, feed thyself, save progress, laundry, take meds, stretch, and show some love to the like button. Also, make sure you sub and ring that bell so you hopefully get notified. Yes, please do. Please do. Oh, I didn't like. I need to like it. Haha, I need to like my own video. Come on now. All right. Where else are we? And I put the details about the shore leave. Christina, yeah, they not sketch. I know. I'm sorry. I will get them up. I promise. Christina says, I only got lost because YouTube and the TV doesn't like to show my Kelly, but it does like to show me lots of cool things like Viking veggies. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. People with neurotypical brains get lost on things like TikTok and YouTube. When you got people with ADHD, forget it. Yeah, no, it's like a pile of cocaine for my brain. Let's see. Now I'm curious about Viking veggies. Anna joined us. Morning, Anna. Lovely people. Morning, lovely people. She says, I'm trying to start my day and plan my week. Excellent, excellent. And hey, lovely Christina and Charles. Dharma says, Christina, I needed to take my meds. Thank you for the reminder. Right? She saves us often. I was early to the desk this morning, so I was able to remember to take my meds. I try because my meds are in the same drawer as my headphones. So what I'll do is I'll open it to take my headphones out, and then I'll leave it open until after I take my meds, and then I'll close it. Let's see. And Tea Leaf joins us. Good morning, Tea Leaf. We missed you this morning. She says she's late because her apartment complex schedules my apartment of all apartments for a corporate inspection today. I did not know this is part of the deal. And the fire alarms are going off today. Oh, I don't know why you can't concentrate. I don't understand. What's the problem? Come on, Tea Leaf, just buckle down. They're inspecting wiring and what in my bedroom? Is it really the FBI? Are they putting cameras in your room? I think that's what's happening. It's the FBI. What did you do, Tea Leaf? What have you been writing about? It's that searching. When you're searching for things, the FBI's there now. And Tea Leaf, anyway, I'm not writing. I'm cleaning. Again. I'm sorry, Tea Leaf. My daughter was stressing out yesterday, and when she stresses out, she cleans. And her room was already clean, so she came down and cleaned the kitchen and wiped off the stove that really needed to be done, scrubbed that down. She made homemade brownies. I was like, dude, the way you handle stress is so healthy. I wish I handled stress this way. Instead, I just sit in a chair and read, eating something I really shouldn't be, whatever that happens to be. That's how I handle stress. Her way is much healthier, and my house is so much cleaner. Dharma, I petted the cat for the 7th time, took my meds, made myself a latte, and got halfway through chapter 11. Now that sounds like a very productive sprint, Dharma. Nicely done. Christina says, glad I could help, Dharma. And also, hi, Dharma, Tea Leaf, Anna, Steve, Greg, Alicia. Nice, Christina, you got them all. Alicia says, I ate my breakfast, got more coffee, and editing the document. I deleted 171 words, but I will send it to you guys for sure. Yay! Excellent. Christina, we started watching a video about Rose Red. I love that movie, but I wish I could find it on streaming somewhere. I don't know what Rose Red is. I found the companion movie, The Diary of Ellen Rimbauer, on Fandango, though. I should make brownies. Tea says, make the apartment smell good for the FBI agents who are putting cameras in your wiring. But I don't have any. Oh no, she made them homemade. We don't have mix. We actually rarely use mixes. So no, she made them homemade. We have all the stuff. We like to bake around here. We bake and cook and brownies are crazy easy. But she found a different recipe and actually it was pretty darn good, except she used coffee grounds instead of instant coffee when she made it. But she'd never done it before, so she didn't know. I was like, yeah, that's why I had that instant coffee there. Notice I never drink it. It is only for chocolate things. If you put a little instant espresso in your brownies or your chocolate cakes or anything that's chocolate forward, it makes it taste more chocolatey. You really can't taste the coffee. It just tastes more chocolatey. It's like magic. Rose Red is a Stephen King movie. Oh, and Rose Red's a haunted house. Interesting. I'll have to look that up. I'm assuming that means it's also a Stephen King book since that's where they start. And I don't remember that title at all. Okay, Tea Leaf, your message, yummy, was, I had to approve it. What the heck did they think yummy was, Zafo? She just put in yummy. That's all it says, and I had to approve it. I don't know what they think's going on with this channel, but it's not that interesting, I assure them. And Christine's like, brownies, coffee brownies. Make them fudgy with nuts. Well, they weren't nuts. I'm the only one that likes nuts in my sweets, unfortunately. I think Xander doesn't mind nuts in his cookies, but everyone else, they're anti-nut, so we tend to not put nuts in anything, unfortunately. He's anti-raisins, though, so no one likes my raisin bread. He wrote the screenplay, not sure it was a book. Huh, interesting. Christina approved it, too. It got double approved, because that was silly to block that. I mean, they're just trying to protect us from what I don't know. Yeah, but I'll tell you, that brownie looked really darn good beside my coffee, but I did not eat one. I will definitely eat one later, but I did not eat one for breakfast. I'm trying to be good. I'm sorry for being so candid, YouTube. How dare you like brownies? What were you thinking? Yeah, so no, homemade brownies, not that hard. I think it's funny. I really wish I stressed out the way she did. I sent the story to you and Joanna, but still working on it. Yep, that sounds great. So I should have time later today. I do have to finish this book first, though. So quite frankly, I might not get to it till tomorrow, but I will get to it tomorrow. I do have time tomorrow because I got to finish this one so I can do Blow Out the Candle tonight on sprints. And I have to work today. So I did take off the weekend, which has not happened in forever. So Let's see, Christina, they have brownies for breakfast at Practical Magic. I said, have you seen those women in Practical Magic? They don't eat brownies. That's a lie. It's a lie. I always think about that in Gilmore Girls, where they eat like the worst food possible. I'm like, those women would not look like that if they ate what it says they eat. There's no way, I assure you. Ugh. Dharma says, I vaguely recall seeing the Rose Red miniseries. Rose Red was also a character in the Snow White myth, her sister, I think. Oh, that's why the name's familiar. Alicia says, no worries. And tea leaf brownies are just so good. I couldn't contain myself. I did make some the other day with homemade cheesecake mix in, though. Ooh, that sounds yummy. Will you swirl it in there? Oh, yeah. Yes, Dharma Snow White sis is Rose Red too. Very cool. Alicia, I need to start blow out the candles, so I'll be in tonight. Excellent. We're going to get this read. It's 315 pages. And again, I do, we publish fast paced stuff. Except this new horror I'm doing is not. It's slow burn. So this is very fascinating. But those books are definitely fast paced. So it's really, really quick. 315 pages. They start, 7 p.m. Central. So 8 p.m. Eastern, Alicia. All right. Let's hit this second sprint. Get this magic done with. Nope, that's the wrong one. Here we go. All right. I will see y'all in 30. And there was sprint number 2. And I got in almost 900 words total for the day so far. Very productive day. I've gotten to the really fun part of the story, so it's actually fun to get some words in. I like this part. Let's see. How did everyone else do? Where'd you go? Are the words coming? I'm thinking about breakfast already, so I'm ready to get one more sprint done so I can go eat. I'm very hungry. We had a good dinner yesterday. We went to our favorite Mexican restaurant, Tex-Mex restaurant, and but we went and ate early, so I'm starving now. Did I get all that? Yeah, timing. Oh yeah, and Christina put in the link for the reading sprints tonight for a much more relaxing atmosphere. And Tea Leaf says, all right, back to putting things away. If you never see me again, you know the truth. It wasn't an inspection. We'd be like, remember Tea Leaf? I wonder where she's been. She's locked up, some gulag somewhere. Greg says, get this magic done with. Sounds a little totally inconsistent. I mean, goal-oriented. Let's see, Dharma, we've been getting some good rain this morning here in Phoenix. Much needed. We got a little rain before the monsoon season in June, almost nothing during, and now lots after. So funny. Yeah. Well, Arizona and like New Mexico and stuff are getting hit hard by rain, aren't they? So you're just getting what you need in Phoenix. You're not getting hit that hard. Alicia, I got dressed. I added words and took away words. There you go. No adding words, Alicia. No. Nope. Not unless you delete a whole bunch of them and you need to add some words just to fill in that hole, right? No. Still around 9,030 words. Ask Tea Leaf, wait till I get a hold of it. I'll show you. But that is the point. It's not like you're born knowing how to do it, right? It's a skill. So that's what you're working on. So writing is a skill. It's not a gift. You just have to learn how to do it. And that is what you are doing right now. So excellent. I always said once I had kids, because I was writing before kids, and I had kids, and I just kind of stopped. And that's when people ask me, do you regret anything? That's the only thing I regret. Like in my whole life, there are things I'm like, well, if only gets you nowhere, right? But the only real regret, something that could have made my life different without changing the things that have been important in my life, I would have never stopped writing. I don't know why I thought there was going to be a good time later. No, there's not. You just got to keep going. And so I am glad, Alicia. I wish I had someone who, when I was at your stage where you are right now, that told me, you just write, just keep writing. It would have been very different. So I'm really, 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 really hoping this helps for you. Alicia says, please do, because I suck at editing. Yeah, it's a skill. You learn. Dharma, not getting hit hard with rain. It is much needed. No major flooding or anything. Oh, cool. Very good. Very good. Very good. I think there was like one place in New Mexico that keeps washing away because they had like bad burns, fires, right? So they don't have anything holding anything down. So as soon as the rain comes, it just washes everything away. I mean, the first time I saw a picture on TV, I'm like, that rain wash, it's like really dark. And they're like the color was off, right? And they're like, oh yeah, it's because for all the burn stuff it's washing. I'm like, oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. Dharma says, I hear you. I stopped writing about college because I had to deal with my trans issues. Yep. Got back into it 20 years later. First book pubbed at 50. Right? That's a whole thing. It's like, why do we stop writing? I don't know. It's just something we do. Because writing is silly. I have important things to do, and be gone writing. Yeah, I don't know why I'm wasting my time. Yeah, that's Zephyr was saying. He's right. That's exactly what it was, right? No, I've got children I have to raise now. So I'm just going to, crochet and do scrapbooking and stuff when all that time I should have been writing. So it's kind of my mission out there to tell people, you want to write? You wrote for a hobby and now life got a hold of you? Yeah, keep writing. Keep writing. So come on, Dharma, join with me. Keep writing. So there's so much, so much. But this story is coming along. It's making me happy. We do have one more sprint today. So we are running good on time. That's right. That's right. Keep writing. That's what I wish I had. Because all the things I had to learn about writing, having to learn it later, if I'd learned that stuff earlier and then just kept writing, I'd have a lot more books with my name on them. I'll tell you that right now. But yeah, I felt like it was a waste of time. I think when you first start writing, you don't realize how much time you have to spend learning how to write. Like I said, right? Like we're taught that it is an art, so it is a gift. And so you just, write this beautiful stuff, and because of English teachers telling us we're awesome, right? Um, but that that doesn't mean anything in the real world. And the stuff you write in English class is not the stuff that gets published, right? And so it's just it's a weird thing. But you have to, all artists, right? Whether they, are painters or sculptors or whatever, they still made a lot of crap before they made stuff that was good. And for some reason, I thought writing it just had to be good right away. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I just really don't know. Which is why I'm trying to tell everyone else. Just do it. That's right. Just keep writing. Forget the swimming. We're just keep writing. Just keep writing. Yep. Just keep reading too, Christina. Quite frankly, I am one of those that has the firm belief that if you are not an avid reader, it's really hard to be a good writer. I mean, even if you were a good writer at one time, because I know writers that I am fans of who they don't read stuff that's published now. So they're writing, even though they have something that's published right now, it still feels like it was published in the 80s. Right? And readers are very different now. We're not reading the same thing we read in the 80s. And so that's not healthy. You have to also stick with reading what is being published now, so you know what's going on. I also thought at first that you shouldn't read anything in the genre you're writing, because heaven forbid it influences you. Let it influence you. No, absolutely. Should always be reading in the same genre you're writing. So that was a lesson I had to learn too, because you want it, if you want to get it published and if you want readers to like it, you need to know what it is they are reading and what it is that is getting published. So if you don't stay with it, then that's, it's not going to happen. No matter which publishing route you choose, you still have to know what readers are reading. So, and that changes. It changes. And I'm not saying you have to write to the audience. I mean, that you have to write to your audience for your book. I mean, you don't have to like pick up whatever's most popular and only write that. But you need to know that people, whatever it is that you are writing, that you feel inspired to write, you need to know what readers who will like that, what they're reading right now. So you've got to have that trick. And how can you possibly know that if you're not reading anything that's out right now? So, it's a balancing act. Dharma, I wrote 2 full novels and countless short stories before I wrote something worth publishing. Yep. Yeah, I have full books that are put away. I say, the trunk, we all have trunk books. And so I have some that are put away. It's just I don't actually have a trunk where I printed them and put them in anymore, like writers used to. Like when I first started, that's how they were. They are like filed away in my thing, but they'll never see the light of day. But I had to write them. I learned from writing them. So, Christina, I was always afraid of writing because of all my reading. I mean, why should that shouldn't frighten you? That should inspire you. And Greg, I've defeated that by writing in no genre. Yes, you have, Greg. Yes, you have. Craig's stuff is freaking amazing, but finding his audience is a challenge. But once they do, you can watch them just read the whole darn thing, just run through the series. So it's just finding them. That's always fun, especially when so many the algorithms on Amazon and Facebook, they fight against us. They don't let us target the things we need to target. So I'll find a series. I'm like, oh, anyone who loved this series is gonna freaking love Greg's series, and they won't even let me target it. So I'm like, People who like this. These are the people that need to see this. So, is what it is. Take that, Greg says. I'm not sure that's the lesson here, Greg. All right. Last sprint. Let's make it happen. Well, look at that. Third sprint done and in the books. And I got 1,400 words in. So this story's definitely finally coming along. I don't know what my total word count is story wise because I still have that outline at the beginning. But I will, like, I'll delete the outline as I get past the point to get a more accurate word count so I know what I need to keep and what I need to delete. So, but the little girl just, she's there now and she's about to find out the cat can talk. So this is going to be fun. And the crow, that the crow and the cat can talk. It's going to be fun. That's the fun stuff. All right, let's see. How did everyone else do? Hopefully, you had a very productive morning. This has been one of my best ones ever, I think. Let's hope it sticks up. I guess it helps to take a weekend off every now and again, huh? Let's see. Where am I? Christina says there are a lot of people on YouTube that talk about how some of the popular writers plagiarize or use someone else's story, but there are formulas, so that does not make sense. But there is still the fear of copying. Yeah, I know. That's what new writers are afraid of, is copying. That's why they're like, I did it too. I did all the new writer things too. I also was a new writer. And so you're afraid, oh no, if I read this, it's going to influence my work and I'm just going to be copying these things. But that's not the way the human brain works. Um, you're not going to exactly copy. Also, people on YouTube who complain about, they're not writers, they don't work in this industry. They're readers and reviewers. And here's the thing, there's a different view. And that is that plagiarizing doesn't, there is a zeitgeist. We watch a lot of the same things, we read a lot of the same things, we listen to a lot of the same kind of music in certain circles, right? That's why you have circles. So when you start to write, we grew up reading the same things, right? Charles and I talk about that too. So when you actually start to write, all of those things influence your writing, whether you want them to or not. Of course they do. So all of that kind of stuff, we're born in the same country, right? With the same kind of background, all of these things. So there's this zeitgeist. And so when people start to write, you'll be surprised how many stories that are very similar because we are not as unique as we think we are. And so even if we are in the minority of people, which we are already because we're writers, we're still part of a bigger group. And even within that minority, we think a lot alike. So a lot of the stories are going to come across very similar to one another. And that's just the way these things work. And then people's like, oh, they stole my idea. I'm like, no, they don't even know you exist. They didn't steal your idea. Ideas can't be sold. There's a reason why you cannot copyright them. You cannot trademark an idea. You can't, like Brandon Sanderson, one of his things, he was talking, I was watching one of the booktubers and because Brandon Sanders says ideas are cheap because they are. Ideas are cheap. You can find ideas a dime a dozen. Any writer will come up and we all have stories of people like, oh, I have this great idea. You write it and we'll split the funds. I'm like, no, the idea is the easy part. So no, the writing's the hard part. I don't understand why you think we'd split your idea. That makes no sense at all. But people think the idea is the hard part. The people that don't do this for a living, who haven't sat down and actually started writing, they think the idea is the hard part, but it is not. The ideas are everywhere. And there are multiple people with the same ideas. It's just who gets there first, who finishes it first, who happens to find an agent first, all of that kind of stuff. And quite frankly, everything's been written anyways. So even if you read all of these books, you can read dozens and dozens of books in the genre you are writing in, but you are writing this book. So it's still going to be different. So plagiarizing, um, like Greg says here, he's not a lawyer, but I do think people use plagiarize as a term too broadly. They absolutely do. You can't own a concept as an author. You can only own a specific expression of that concept. And I mean specific expression. So I've saw so many things about like Red Queen and what's the first book? It's Reckless and it's Powerless. Red Queen and Powerless. Like that Powerless plagiarized Red Queen. It I do not believe she did. Doesn't mean she didn't read Red Queen and was inspired by it, but Red Queen isn't the only one to use the same kind of concepts either. we could go back to a whole bunch of ones that are very similar to that. So I just plagiarizing isn't what people plagiarizing is when you take the book and you copy it, and I mean like word for word copy it. You know, whole chapters, whole scenes, whole things. That it's not plagiarizing isn't what people say it is. Ideas come from all over the place. And Ren joined and said, hello, hello, everyone. Good to see you. Popping in to say hi and boop the like button. Thank you very much. We very much appreciate such support. Charles says, mornings are for coffee and contemplation and sprints with Kelly. Thanks for the sprints. You're welcome, Charles. If there's enough quiet time during these sprints that, you know, you can do the contemplation part, right? Yeah, I think that's the whole point. Christina says, my coffee broke. I think Steve drank it. Oh, Charles, how dare you? Let's see. Charles, time to start doing stuff. Shopping, cleaning, cooking, reading. I did not touch your coffee. Oh, I don't know. I don't know, Charles. Alicia, I got a few more words edited out, but I will await your critique. Excellent. Christina, yay. And while you're waiting, work on the other project. That's also a good thing to do too, right? So you could just let me go back to this other thing for now. And then when you get this back from us, you'll have fresher eyes too. And Christina said, thanks for hosting today. Have a beautiful day. We will see you tonight. Absolutely. And Christina says, to remember all the important things, I shall go feed myself as soon as I hit stop streaming. I am very hungry. I think I want an egg and cheese sandwich. My thank you for posting the link, Christina, for my sprints tonight at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. We will do 3 45-minute sprints with 10-minute breaks so that I can be done at 10. So I can go to bed on time so I can do another 1,400 word day, which should get me right to the climax. So let's see. Oh, I forgot to say, why does that go too far? I forgot to say what I did. I got lost looking at books. Found out that the Spell Shop 3 is coming out next July. Sea of Charms by Sarah Bethgers. Oh, that sounds awesome. I have book 2. I ordered it right away. It is sitting in my box over there, but I have not read it yet. Let's see. Yes, and don't forget the Sprinting Bible if you need someone else to sprint today. Today's Monday, so I would probably go over to Nicole's. Let's see. Lexi sprinting. Nicole is also sprinting, and Greg's school, which teaches students magic, is a concept. The Harry Potter universe is a specific expression of that concept. Exactly. I mean, there's an entire dark academia, right? That's all about schools teaching magic or paranormals or something of that form, right? So yeah, for sure. Alicia, the Crave series is another one that is being talked about with that. Yeah, Crave was just very formulaically written. So that one was, let's see what's really popular. This is really popular. Let's write something just like it. That's how a lot of indies do it too, though. That is true. That was exactly how it was done. I actually know firsthand that's exactly how it was done. But it was not stolen. Like the way they talk about this stuff. I'm sorry, man. That's why people are like afraid to share their work. Somebody's going to steal it. Nobody's going to steal it. It's not, that's not how it works. Let's see. And Christina, that makes sense. Yeah. And Alicia says, or in at least in some form or fashion. Yeah, I know they talk about the Crave, but it doesn't mean it wasn't inspired by other things, because everything is inspired by other things, but it's not stolen. It's not plagiarized. It's not plagiarized. Christina says, that is my favorite line so far in Stranger Things. Mornings are for coffee and contemplation. I didn't even remember that was from Stranger Things. I actually want to watch the whole, when this new season comes out, I just want to like binge the whole thing again. So, and my next writing sprints are tomorrow. So excellent, excellent. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for being here as we had a nice long talk about plagiarism. So she's good. Yeah, Trace, there's nothing they can go through courts all they want. There's nothing to worry about. And I do love that series. Yeah, that's because it was written for fans of that kind of genre, specifically for them, considering the tropes they like, which again is what a lot of indie people do too. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that personally. Greg, having your work stolen is a very common fear early on. Yep, I had it too. Yep, same. So did I. Much more likely is that you will struggle to find people to read it in the first place. Yes. Yes. You're like, please read this work. Let's see. We are watching it for the first time. Stranger Things. Aw, I love Stranger Things. Thanks. You enjoy the rest of your day. Absolutely, Alicia. You too. And there's our timer. So we will see you all tonight for reading sprints. So we can read Blow Out the Candle. So we could talk about it on Friday. So excited. And remember, Kevin Petway, the author, will be there. So we will get to talk to him about this work. Don't forget to think about what your favorite quotes are. So highlight some because we want to ask you about that too. All right. I should